After getting this Godox FL200R, I literally stopped using my traditional COB light. Don't get me wrong, I have used COB light for a long time for my YouTube videos, but there is a problem. When you're using a COB light or COB light, it takes a lot of space, especially if you're using a 90 or 100 centimeter softbox. And there where the Godox FL200R comes to play. So when you're using the light in barebone format, it takes literally no space. Also, you can use this light with softbox. Here you can see I have used it with the softbox and grid, and it's a powerful light. 200 watt is sufficient for me, and as I'm working in a very small space like 10 by 12 feet studio, then space is really matters to me. Also, it has RGB feature and you can use the light using a V-mount battery and whatnot. So today I'm going to talk about this light, which is Godox FL200R, and also we'll discuss if you should buy this light or not. Before jumping to the unboxing, full disclaimer, this is not a sponsor video, but Godox has sent me the light for my personal use. So all the informations and opinions here in this video belongs to me. So with that keep aside, let's get started. The first impression is great. It comes with a high quality carrying case. Honestly, this case is top notch. Inside this case, you will have the flexible light mat, the controller, connection cable, AC power cable, metal X bracket, adapter holder, softbox, and the grid. There is also an optional inflatable air softbox kit available separately, which I don't have. And I don't think you really need that air softbox kit to start using this light. The bare panel itself already a large light source, so even without a modifier, the light is much softer than a small COB light with a reflector. Now let's take a look and see how thin the light is. Crazy, isn't it? It's a 2 by 2 feet panel. It's a flexible mat, so it takes almost no depth inside the room. I can use it without any modifier. It will still provide soft lighting due to its design. When I need to control the light, I can use the softbox and the grid like a conventional light. However, once you attach the metal bracket and the softbox, then it takes almost 1 feet of depth, which is not crazy like a parabolic softbox. With the softbox, it's also substantially heavier, but for a 2 by 2 feet panel, I'll take it any day. I can easily use my CS stand to make a top-down lighting setup with this light, which was not possible with my COB light with a 90 cm softbox. Due to its form factor, I can place the light near the ceiling or at the very corner of my room. In one word, this thing is very convenient. It gives the studio a clean look, and the light is always ready for me to record a video. For this entire video, I have used Godox FL200R as my key light, and on the other side, I have used a reflector. That's the main key light setup here. It's a 200 watt light. 200 watt is enough for a YouTube studio with a ton of headroom. I use the light usually at 35 to 40% power, so you have some more headroom when you need it. It has different dimming curves like linear, then S-curve, exponential, and logarithmic. For me, the standard dimming response is good enough. But yeah, it's there. It supports DMX control, so during a heavy production, having different curves can be very useful. The rated CRI and TLCI value is approximately 95. It produces high quality light to reproduce the color and skin tone accurately. For my own use, I am really happy with the skin tone and overall color quality. Talking about the creative control, you can change the color temperature from 1800 Kelvin all the way up to 10,000 Kelvin. At 1800 Kelvin could be useful for candlelight style look. Around 3200 Kelvin you can match tungsten lighting, and of course 5600 Kelvin will give you the daylight balance source. 10,000 Kelvin can be useful for an extremely cool look if you are looking for. You also get magenta and green tint adjustment from -100 to +100%. This can help you to match the FL200R with other lights or correct a green or magenta tint inside a room. As a solo creator, sometimes I record talking headshot like that, and sometimes I record the b-roll, so I need to move the light frequently. The FL200R is a lighter setup compared to a COB light with a big softbox, so it's much easier to move around the studio. This is an RGB light, so beside the CCT mode, there are 4 other modes: HSI, RGBW, gel and FX. I have used the light as a key light in CCD mode mainly. HSI and RGBW are pretty similar, but they control the light differently. In HSI mode, you select the hue, saturation and intensity. And in RGBW mode, you directly control the red, blue, green and the white channels. Most creators will probably find HSI faster to use. Then the gel mode. Here you get preset gel colors that simulate commonly used lighting gels. So instead of physically attaching a color gel to the light, you can select a preset from the menu. And finally, there are FX mode. The Godox FL200R offer 14 different FX mode, and here you will get like lightning, television, then candlelight, fire and other effects. I'll not probably use the effects every day, but yeah, it's there. If I need to record any b-roll or if I need to shoot music video or short film, I can use that feature. And again, as a solo creator, I need to set up everything by myself. Like I have to sit here, I have to set the camera and the light. So I always appreciate if the light manufacturer have their own light app. So Godox FL200R supports Godox light app, and using that light app, you can control everything: light, color, intensity, then different mode and whatnot. So I don't need to leave the chair when I am setting up my scene. It helps me a lot. It takes a bit when you are connecting it for the very first time. Once it get locked, then it's very responsive. You literally open the app and control the light from there. The company claims the range is around 30 meters, but in my experience, it works best within 10 to 20 meter range. The panel doesn't require separate cooling. It's a passive cooled panel, but the controller has its own fan. The fan noise is not crazy, it's barely noticeable. If that bothers you, you can place it away from the microphone. The provided cables are long. That is a good and bad. The controller and the cable require some management. I keep my light on the light stand ready all the time. If you constantly pack and unpack the standard softbox and the grid, the setup will take longer than using the bare panel. After using the light for 6 months, I can say this is truly a great light for the content creators, filmmakers, documentary shooters, and product videographers who need a powerful light within a compact body. The light gives you a large source, strong output, full color control, app connectivity, and the form factor that is much easier to manage than a traditional COB light with a large modifier. And honestly, that is the main selling point of this light. It's not just a versatile light, it makes the entire lighting process easier. The only trade-off is the price. It's an expensive light. Godox make different version of the same form factor light. I mean, they have a whole series within this form factor. You can select smaller or bigger depending on your needs. I'll put my affiliate link below if you want to purchase. So that is all for today. I tried to share my user experience of this light after using the light for 6 months. If you have any more questions, you can write me in the comment section below. I'll definitely answer them. So I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, goodbye.